Someone just had a birthday? On the first week of October 1967, a bold new F-body muscle car rolled off the assembly line at General Motors factory in Norwood, Ohio. That car, still wearing its unmistakable presence more than half a century later, is the 1967 Chevrolet Camaro RS Coupe, now featured on Auto Hunter. Offered by a dealer in Gladstone, Oregon, this first-generation icon represents more than just another collector's car. It's a physical time capsule from the height of America's muscle era. The auction will end on Tuesday, October 14, 2025, at 12 p.m. PDT, closing a small but meaningful chapter for one of the most recognizable names in automotive history. Finished in deep, mirror-like Tuxedo Black, this now 58-year-old Camaro manages to look both elegant and athletic at the same time. Few cars of its era combine grace and aggression with such balance. Every contour of the body still carries the spirit of late 1960s performance design. The broad hood, the sharp fender lines, and the fastback-inspired roofline all reflect the stylistic optimism of post-war America. The black vinyl roof, part of the car's original factory configuration, contrasts beautifully against the paint, evoking the glamour of a time when even performance machines were expected to look sophisticated. The chrome accents catch light in just the right way, reminding any observer that Chevrolet once built cars that were equal parts art and engineering. The car's trim tag lends insight into its original configuration, and what it reveals only enhances its desirability. This Camaro left the factory as a sport coupe outfitted with the Rally Sport package, which brought along one of the model's most recognizable features, the hideaway headlights. Those doors, which slide open to reveal the headlamps behind them, became a signature cue of the RS identity and helped distinguish it from the simpler base models. When closed, they give the front fascia an almost mysterious look, sleek, commanding, and unmistakably late 60s Chevrolet. It was an era when design departments were unafraid to express boldness, and this car wears that spirit proudly. This particular example came highly optioned for its time. It was ordered with tinted windows that subtly darken the glass and complement the paintwork, an air conditioning system for comfort during long summer drives, a center console with distinctive trim, a rear-mounted antenna, and, of course, the Rally Sport package itself. These details might seem ordinary today, but in 1967, such options reflected a buyer who understood how to balance comfort with performance. The Camaro's buyer wanted a car that looked sharp and performed with confidence but still felt refined enough for daily driving. It's this kind of thoughtful configuration that gives certain classic cars their long-lasting appeal. General Motors' Norwood assembly plant, where this Camaro was born, also carries a story worth telling. The facility, located near Cincinnati, began operation in August 1923 and served as a cornerstone of GM manufacturing for more than 6 decades. By the 1970s, the plant employed nearly 9,000 workers and stretched across 50 acres, with 3 million square feet of working space under its roof. During its peak years, it was one of the busiest and most productive automotive plants in North America, turning out not only the Chevrolet Camaro but also its sibling, the Pontiac Firebird. The Norwood plant was a symbol of American industrial strength, a place where craftsmanship met mass production in an age before automation dominated the line. The stories that emerged from Norwood were as colorful as the cars themselves. Workers took pride in their work, even under the pressure of meeting enormous production quotas. There were anecdotes of assembly line traditions, playful rivalries, and workers who became legends among their peers for their precision and speed. A 1980s article from the Cincinnati Enquirer chronicled some of those moments, showing candid photos of employees celebrating milestones and posing proudly beside freshly completed cars. It's hard to imagine that all of that energy once filled a building that's now largely gone. Today, only one part of the original structure remains, repurposed as a parking garage. Where thousands of Camaros once rumbled out into the world, there now stands a Kroger grocery store. The contrast is striking, yet there's something poetic about it. A reminder that time moves forward, even as the machines we build continue to carry our stories. Back to the Camaro itself, a car that seems to have aged gracefully, wearing its history proudly but without any signs of slowing down. Nearly 6 decades after its assembly, it still looks remarkably fresh. The proportions remain perfect, the stance is confident, and the lines are as sharp as ever. It's a car that demands admiration without having to shout. Sitting on a set of redline tires wrapped around rally wheels, the car maintains its authentic late 60s aesthetic. The redline tires, in particular, add a subtle touch of nostalgia, a visual connection to the era when muscle cars first conquered American roads. Exterior details like the driver's side mirror, the rear spoiler, and the chrome trim pieces all appear to be meticulously maintained. Even the undercarriage and engine bay reflect a level of presentation worthy of a show field. This Camaro hasn't just survived the decades, it's been cherished through them. Under the hood lies the heart of this machine, an ME code 327 cubic inch V8 engine paired with a Powerglide 2-speed automatic transmission. Back in 1967, Chevrolet rated this engine at 210 horsepower, a respectable figure for the time and one that provided plenty of muscle for the lightweight F-body chassis. The 327 was one of Chevrolet's most beloved small blocks, known for its versatility, durability, and smooth power delivery. It struck a perfect balance between everyday drivability and weekend performance, making it an ideal match for a car like this RS Coupe. Even today, enthusiasts celebrate the 327 for its sound, that crisp, throaty burble that only a classic Chevy small block can produce. Open the hood, and you're greeted by an engine bay that looks almost too clean to be original, yet it retains the correct details that collectors value. Proper valve covers, period-correct decals, and the right finishes throughout. Driving a first-generation Camaro is a reminder of what performance used to feel like before computers and electronics took over. The Powerglide transmission shifts smoothly, giving the car a relaxed, almost regal character when cruising, but respond to the throttle, and the 327 roars to life with unmistakable enthusiasm. The steering has that vintage weight and feedback that modern cars often lack. You feel connected to the pavement, aware of every bump, every curve, every sensation of speed. The sound of the engine fills the cabin, blending with the subtle whine of the transmission and the hum of the tires. A mechanical symphony that reminds you that driving used to be a fully analog experience. This isn't just transportation. It's interaction, it's personality, it's memory. Inside, the Camaro continues to impress. The cabin layout remains one of the most timeless designs of the muscle car era. The dashboard's twin-pod layout, the slender-spoked steering wheel, and the deeply recessed gauges all reflect Chevrolet's blend of sportiness and sophistication. The center console adds a touch of luxury, while the bucket seats provide just the right balance between comfort and support. Details like the chrome-trimmed pedals, the thin door armrests, and the brushed metal accents remind you that style mattered, even in cars built for speed. Sitting inside, you can almost imagine what it must have felt like to drive this car brand new in 1967. The smell of gasoline, the hum of the V8, the thrill of open roads unburdened by speed limits or congestion. For enthusiasts, those sensations never fade. Every classic Camaro carries that spirit in its sheet metal. The odometer shows just 4,728 miles, though the title lists mileage as exempt, a standard practice for cars of this age. Whether the mileage reflects a careful preservation or a reset during restoration, it hardly matters. What counts is how authentically this car presents itself. Every component seems to have been cared for with the precision and respect that such a vehicle deserves. There's an honesty about it, the kind that only comes from a car that's been in the hands of true enthusiasts. You can tell when a classic has been loved. It shows in the shine of the paint, the tightness of the panel gaps, the cleanliness of the engine bay, and even the smell of the interior. This Camaro feels alive, like a machine that still knows what it was built for. Today, first-generation Camaros hold a special place in American automotive culture. They're not just collectible. They're symbols of a golden era. The 1967 model, being the first of its kind, carries particular historical importance. It marked Chevrolet's direct answer to Ford's Mustang and set the foundation for one of the longest-running rivalries in muscle car history. The Camaro was designed to capture youthful energy, combining performance, affordability, and style in one irresistible package. Over the years, It became a cultural icon, appearing in movies, songs, and countless memories of American car culture. For many, owning a first-gen Camaro isn't just about having a classic car. It's about connecting to an era when the open road represented freedom, identity, and possibility. Collectors often talk about the feel of a first-gen Camaro, and this RS Coupe embodies that essence perfectly. It's about more than horsepower numbers or quarter-mile times. It's the way the doors close with a solid thud, the way the hood stretches out ahead of you, the way the V8's rumble resonates through your chest. Even at a standstill, the car communicates something powerful, a blend of nostalgia, craftsmanship, and mechanical honesty that modern cars, for all their sophistication, rarely achieve. Every curve of the body tells a story. Every piece of trim speaks of a time when even mass-produced cars were built with care and passion. The collector appeal of a 1967 Camaro RS today is undeniable. These cars have become rolling works of art, admired at shows, cherished in private garages, and celebrated in online communities that span the globe. The Camaro Club of America, for example, has grown to include more than 327,000 members on Facebook alone, a testament to the enduring love people have for this nameplate. Whether it's the shared stories of restorations, photos of weekend drives, or debates about originality versus modification, the passion is alive and thriving. This particular RS Coupe offers its next owner an invitation to join that global fraternity, a chance to become part of something larger than just a car purchase. As the years pass, the significance of cars like this only grows. They remind us of where we came from as drivers, builders, and dreamers. The Camaro RS represents an age when the automobile wasn't just about transportation. It was about self-expression. In a world increasingly dominated by electric vehicles, touchscreens, and automation, this 1967 coupe stands as a beautiful relic of mechanical purity. It's a car that asks to be driven, not just displayed. It wants to feel the road, to stretch its legs, to breathe air and gasoline once more. And if you think about it, that's what birthdays are, for celebration, reflection, and appreciation of the passage of time. This Camaro, now in its 58th year, has seen generations come and go. It has witnessed highways evolve, gas prices rise, and entire industries transform. Yet it remains fundamentally what it always was, a symbol of American performance and pride. So perhaps it deserves a little birthday cake after all. Maybe not literal frosting and candles, but a polish, a tune-up, and a long, open-road drive to remind it that it's still very much alive. The auction for this 1967 Chevrolet Camaro RS Coupe ends Tuesday, October 14th, 2025, at 12 p.m. PDT. For the right buyer, that day won't just mark the end of a sale. It will mark the continuation of a legacy. Because cars like this don't really age. They simply keep finding new hands to keep their stories going.